Good news is I think I got my lighting figured out, so probably going to regret that I don't have any makeup on right now, but hi, and welcome to a special edition of Katie's Corner in Space. If you've been one of the people who has recently subscribed or been watching the Droughtlander videos, thank you so much. I can't even tell you how much I appreciate seeing a new subscriber or a like on a video, or even just the numbers of people who have clicked to check it out. Thanks so much. I really don't know what to say. On that note, this is what I have to say. No, seriously, I can't even put into words how much I appreciate people taking the time to just look at me gab about a show that I really like watching. That's what this is for me, is a place for me to gab about Star Trek and gab about Outlander. And I'm so pleased that some of you enjoy what I have to say. Whether it's finding out new information about the upcoming season or upcoming episodes, or reviewing what we've just watched and trying to guess what might happen next, or even what the deeper meaning was of this week's episode, just thank you so much. In that spirit, about a month ago, I decided it was time to upgrade my laptop. One thing I did not take into account is that my laptop is almost as old as my youngest, who turns 7 next month. And while it's been a really good system for me, I find that using the editing software, I'm just using free ones right now, it'll randomly shut off because it's being taxed so badly. And while I don't generally have to restart my project because it has a backup saving mechanism built in, having to start my computer up, wait for it to reboot, make sure all the files are there. Sometimes I have to go grab them again. It becomes a more time-consuming process than it really should be. So I needed to get a slightly better laptop than I had planned to, so that I could do justice to our shows, hopefully learn how to make slightly better videos, and be able to edit a little more cleanly. I cannot tell you how many times I have to export my video, play it, and then I'll see something that's wrong. And I don't mind doing it again. It just means that you get the video later than I hope you will. Sometimes things go really well, and I have a video out on Sunday that I expect to have out on Sunday, and occasionally it comes out on Monday. Same thing goes for my Thursday videos. They are supposed to be out on Thursday by between noon and 3 o'clock my time. Sometimes I can't get them out until Friday. And I'm hoping that this new laptop will make this a little better. And while yes, in the end, and it's an excuse for me to get a better laptop, the type I decided to get was inspired by the fact that I'm hoping to create even more videos, better videos, and a new show full of videos starting at the fall season for here in the United States. So if you'd like to join me, I am going to open this box that came 3 days early and see what we have inside. I'm not going to be using what's in this box to edit this particular video, because I'm going to use what works to try to get this video out quickly, just in case anyone's interested in what's going on and what I'm hoping to do. Because I'm going to keep talking, not about what's in this box, but what I'm planning to do on my channel next. Turn this around. Obviously, I should have scissors. Not scissors, just something pointy to break the tape apart here. I interrupted my rewatch of Outlander, which I started tonight. I am only on the 3rd episode. But I have planned to reread the 6th book once I work myself up through the 5th season, which on my last rewatch I stopped. It always bothered me that, you know how the TV series doesn't always match up the books exactly? It bothered me quite badly that the assault came unexpectedly, and so I didn't rewatch that last bit, that last episode. I'd only rewatched the season think 3 times, but I only didn't watch that last episode the 3rd time. Okay, so in here we've got little flappy bits. Fantastic. And looks a little bit like a notebook is in here. It's not a notebook, but alright. Okay. I always love that they wrap their wrapping in some wrapping to make sure, you know, that it's wrapped. And put this way. We've got dough. More magnets. I do like that they put magnets on these. And this new little piece of plastic, so I'll pull it out. Laptop. We've got charging or power source. This closely resembles my rechargeable battery that I use for traveling, but at least I know it'll fit in my already owned travel things. Let's see. Probably gonna regret ripping that. Converter for an HDMI or a C. Okay. Going to need more things to carry things in. And it looks like the instruction booklet, which I honestly don't think I've ever needed the instruction booklet, except with the computer I had about 11 years ago that had a remote. No, gosh, 15 years ago that had a remote. A companion app designed to help you get the most out of your new Dell. Honestly, generally don't like the extra software that gets bumped into stuff. Oh yeah. Here's the explanation for the converter there. That could be tricky. I'm going to need some standard USB to C converters. But so far, so good. Put all my little paperwork in. Warranty and safety. How to use your thing. Now, because I have quite a bit of data on on more than just a flash drive, on several drives, I'm going to probably need at least another converter so that I'm able to make use of all the drives that I keep backups on. But alright, let's see what this beauty looks like when we open her up. And there we go. You can really tell a whole lot here. Now, the reason I did this upgrade is, one, because yes, the videos take a lot longer to render on my old system, which has 8 gigs of DDR, I think a 7th generation i7, and it just takes a long time. And the graphics card is a GX something or other, I don't recall. It's just the system is old, and it takes a while to get things done. And I'm hoping that this one will give me a better chance of getting things done quickly, help the editing process go faster, and just in general make things go smoother. Also the research and the converting of videos that I put in my videos. It's a lot of different little things that end up adding several hours to a process that I'm hoping I can get down to a couple hours. And I'm doing my best to watch other people's tricks on how to make YouTube videos a little faster, a little smoother, and a little bit more enjoyable for you. Because I really do appreciate the fact that you take a few minutes out of your day to check out my videos once a week, twice a week, whatever you're doing. Thank you so much. And if you're going to do that, I might as well take the time to try and do a good job. Speaking of that, I do want to say something too, and I apologize, I'm going to pronounce your name incorrectly. Marjorie Harrington, thank you for pointing out my mistake with Border. That has inspired me to make sure that this system will have a copy of Word. And I have been using OpenOffice to catch my spelling mistakes, most of them, because I am a horrible typist. I knew making the slideshow was going to be tricky because I am a horrible, horrible typist. And the editor that I use while I'm typing doesn't allow for a spell check. So I've been using OpenOffice to basically type what I want to put, copy paste it over to the editor, which works most of the times. There are at least 2 mistakes, one that Marjorie pointed out to me. So I want to try and do, again, a better job for you. If you're going to take the time to watch, I might as well take an extra little bit of time to try and do a better job. And it isn't a huge investment on my part cash-wise, and it's worth it for me to get the full office so that I can do other things that will hopefully help. I already found that OneNote is extremely helpful when I find a story that I know I'm going to want to use next week in the updates for Droughtlander. So might as well take advantage of everything, put it on whatever systems I'm going to have handy, and use it on everything. Again, I will always take criticism as long as it's constructive. I do my best to try to do my best, because if I'm going to take the time to do this, I might as well try and produce something decent and hopefully learn something new along the way. I'd like to, and I apologize if I say your name incorrectly, I'd like to thank Sue Casas for noticing that I try very hard not to clickbait people. If I ever have a headline that says, premiere date revealed, I guarantee you that inside my video will have the actual premiere date for at least the United States, or Starz streaming, or Paramount Plus streaming, or whatever the next show is that I'm going to be covering, which I've already decided. To try and keep this channel going with something more than just 1 or 2 videos a week, I am going to try to work up by next fall to have 5 videos per week that will either be Sunday through Thursday or Monday through Friday. Again, that'll sort of depend on my system, the computer, if I'm able to work all the kinks out so that I'm able to deliver decent videos to you in a fairly quick turnaround from when I'm watching the videos. I do apologize if I'm not being really clear. I'm still, again, trying to work out the kinks. This is not quite my 3-month anniversary of having downloaded my first editing software, uploaded my first video, and hoped it would be something mildly interesting to watch. I think that in 3 months' time I've learned quite a bit more, and my videos have a little bit more content to it that's worth watching. This video notwithstanding, as it's a I don't really do unboxing video, and a thank you to you guys for taking the time to stop by and watch what I produce, and while I try to stick to fandoms that I know a little bit about. What I didn't do is a whole lot of research on what was coming up on Star Trek Strange New Worlds, because I wanted to be surprised and go over the episodes as a fan. However, the show that I will be doing next, I have a pretty good background on as well, having been a big fan for more than a decade, and I do think that I'll be able to help talk us through some difficulties that as a fan of canon I know are going to be coming up. So if you can guess what the other show is I'll be adding, awesome. I will confirm it if someone guesses. And if you can't guess, that's all right. I'm kind of being vague. All I can tell you is that it will help me keep constant videos coming, but not have too many videos that come out one day. Because reviews, those are tough days. Thank you again for tuning into my channel and checking out what I have to say. I'm just a fan who enjoys a good story, who enjoys interesting characters, and really, my family was tired of me talking their ear off. So you tune in on purpose, and they're sort of imprisoned with me. So thanks for being my fellow fan who will let me gab at you about what's happening next, share information that I find, quite frankly, really interesting about what will be happening next. And thank you so much for your comments, for your likes, and helping me feel like I'm not just talking to myself, I'm talking to you. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and like, although this video is one of a kind. I don't think I'll be doing this very often. And bye.